Guys, hi kids, hi parents. Sorry I'm a minute late. Got a little backed up here. So anyway, so we are reading a wonderful book tonight called It Wasn't My Fault. So have you ever been kind of accused of something that wasn't your fault? That's what this is all about. And I know there's a lot going on in the world, guys, and I know you kids are hearing a whole lot of crazy stuff that's going on. And there's a lot of choices that have been made by people that came out with horrible consequences for other people. And I don't want to get into a lot of this, but I want you to realize that sometimes good people make horrible mistakes, and sometimes not so good people also make horrible mistakes. And right now, we're all trying to make this world a much better place by loving everyone that's in it. Hi, Mel. How are you? So we are going to read a story called It Wasn't My Fault. And this is by Helen Lester. And I know you kids, sometimes you find yourself in this situation because I know parents sometimes jump to conclusions without knowing what really went on, right? And sometimes they think you did something and you didn't do it, right? And you say, it wasn't my fault. So that's what this story is all about. So kids, as you're hopping on, say hello, give me your name so I know who you are and I can say hello back. And if you're with your parents or another grown-up, have them write your name in the chat stream if you can't write it yourself. Okay, so let's get started with It Wasn't My Fault by Helen Lester. Let me find the first page. Things did not always go well for Merdley Gerdson. Don't you like that name, Merdley? I like that name. He couldn't control the toothpaste. He fell into wastebaskets. Oh my gosh, is that funny? And he dropped only valuable vases. Whatever happened, it was usually his fault. What do you think about that? One day, he went for a walk in his one too big new shoe. He had stepped out of the other one. He couldn't remember where. See, he's only got one shoe on. Hi, John. How are you? Before long, someone laid an egg on Merdley Gerdson's head. Can you believe that? There's an egg on his head. Oh, no. He looked at a nearby bird. Did you lay an egg on my head? He asked. I don't know about that. I did, confessed the bird, but it wasn't my fault. A horrible aardvark screamed and scared me. So Merdley Gerdson and the bird went to see the aardvark. There's the aardvark smelling the flowers. Did you scream and scare the bird into laying an egg on Merdley Gerdson's head, they asked. I did, confessed the aardvark, but it wasn't my fault. A nasty I'll try that again. A nasty pygmy hippo stepped on my tail and a scream just popped out. Ow. Together they went to find the pygmy hippo. Did you step on the aardvark's tail, making him scream and scare the bird into laying an egg on Merdley Gerdson's head, they asked. Look, he's got an egg on his head. I did, confessed the pygmy hippo, but it wasn't my fault. I did it by accident when I was getting out of the way of a hopping shoe with long ears. A what? They all asked. A hopping shoe. Have you ever heard of a hopping shoe that could hop all by itself without a foot in it? Just then, along came a hopping shoe with long ears. What do you think that is? With a pull and a tug, they soon found that the ears were attached to a rabbit. It wasn't my fault, the rabbit explained. I was hopping along when I landed in that shoe and became stuck. Oh no! The shoe looked very much like the new big shoe Merdley had stepped out of some time ago. In fact, it was that shoe. Merdley thought, the rabbit became stuck in my shoe and frightened the pygmy hippo, who stepped on the aardvark's tail. The aardvark screamed and scared the bird into laying an egg on my head. Then I suppose it was my fault, Merdley Gurdon said very sadly. 2 tears splashed on his new 2 big shoes. There, said the pygmy hippo, the rabbit, the bird, and the aardvark. Don't cry. It was my fault, said the bird. It was my fault, said the aardvark. It was my fault, said the pygmy hippo. I think it was the shoe, said the rabbit. Let's go back to your house and do something about that egg. Hi, Tiffany. They all went into the kitchen. The aardvark turned Merdley Gurdon upside down and the egg plopped into a pan. The rabbit ground the pepper. The pygmy hippo added a pinch of salt. The bird ran around and around in the pan, doing a very fine job of scrambling. Is that a funny way to scramble eggs? I think so. Merdley Gurdon enjoyed every bite of his scrambled eggs. They all helped make it together, didn't they? Merdley thanked his friends. He went to the door to let them out. 2 doors, right? 1, 2. And, oh no! It wasn't his fault. He picked the wrong door. He picked the closet door. Hi, Keith. He picked the closet door, didn't he? Oh, well. Sometimes it may be your fault. And so really think about when you accuse somebody else, really think if that's really the truth. Think about it. Is that really the truth, or is it really my concern, my fault that happened? And take responsibility and realize that mistakes are meant to be learned from. So don't get upset about making a mistake. Don't get upset about having a situation that kind of falls apart, because we can all learn to make it better the next time, right? Right. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for coming on with me and reading my story with me. Can we breathe together, please, and really relax and calm down? Let's hold up a finger. Smell the flower and blow out the candles. Smell the flower and blow out the candles. Smell the flower, blow out the candles. And one more time, smell the flower and blow out the candles. That's how we relax. That's how we feel better. That's how we share our love with others. You see somebody else that's upset, invite them to do some breathing with you and say, hey, I know a way to relax. Hold up your finger and this is what you do. And then you show them that they can smell the flower and blow out the candles. And you can help bring calm to another person and another person and another person in these very stressful times. So share the love with your neighbor, share the love with a friend, share the love with your family. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Remember, I have story time every night at 7 p.m. We read a new story. I hope you'll join me. I'm Gamon, so I hope you join me for that. And in the meantime, guys, I want to let you know that tomorrow at noon, might be a little late because I'm a guest on a podcast at 11. I'm going to be going live again to help you parents just kind of deal with life. And so join me live at noon. If you're on Periscope, if you're on YouTube, I would love you to join us over in the Pumped Up Parenting group. That's a public group on Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, guys, subscribe below. Also, I have a link. If you like the books that I've read, like It Wasn't My Fault, what I read tonight, if you like that book, guys, there's a link if you would like to have it for your own and read it with your own family. All right, guys, you have a wonderful evening. I'm grateful that you've joined me here for story time, and I hope you come back again, 7 o'clock every night with your kids. That's Eastern time, guys, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific. All right, guys, have a great evening, and I'll see you again here soon. Bye, everyone.